Hello everyone, so this is going to be the dub review that I usually do. Now, I haven't done one in a long time, well, it's just because I was just waiting on Hasbro to release stuff. But, yeah, no. I believe we left off on episode 8, so this will be from 9 to 15. So, quite a bit. I might just do it like this. I also got to talk about some of the changes, because there actually is some censored scenes in the dub.
Okay, that's it! Now we'll show you!
And before I thought, no, was there? And I double checked and I was really confused, and I'm like, oh, so I guess there is. So there are scenes that I've gotten censored in the dub. Not like, no, I'll explain it. Yeah, no, we'll get into it. Let's first talk about each of the episodes and anything that I enjoyed from it or my favorite one. First off, episode 9 was the debut of Pen, Flying High Heaven Pegasus. And this one also introduced Blint. By the way, I'll make sure to, for each episode, I'll probably just have the credits. If not, I'll just have the credits at either the start or at the end, or I'll just have a screenshot of all the current actors. I'll just get one and just put it there. Pen sounds really cool. I believe some of the changes were just not referring to him as, like, I believe he was referred to as like a god or something like that, or a deity or something like that. That's changed, obviously. Anything that's like religious or anything like that, they have to change it. But I believe also, yeah, there are also parts in. I'm actually double checking on this one, since there were like any basically scene where it kind of just goes over the parts or whatever, or parts talking about the layers and whatever. It's like removed. Like, at first when I was watching it, I thought, hey, but didn't they show something? And I just brushed it aside. I didn't realize it till after I went to go check. I'm like, wait a minute. Harmony Pegasus and Dusk Balkish. Dusk Balkish we already know about. Pegasus, instead of them referring to it as the lock system that Pegasus has, it's referred to as healing. So instead of reverse lock, it's reverse, or something. It's like reversed heal, I believe, or something like that. I know it's just, yeah, it's like heal, reverse heal. This is obviously done because of the fact that, you know, Hasbro doesn't have the gimmick for it. As well, Balkesh, the Gen weight's very weirdly addressed. Like, it's basically, they really are dodgy with any gimmicks. As far as any other attacks, Devilos as clone attacks, that's what the names are instead of bullet. Dusk Circle and Dusk Wing are the move names. By the way, I'll show a clip of right now of Pen and Blint. Both of them excellent casting. I think Rise has been having some really good casting for characters. I'll play a small clip for both of them.
Pegasus, take center stage! Not just yet! Reverse heal! Now go, Pegasus!
Alright, there you are! Behold, Dusk Circle! Oh, and by the way, as my subject, you're simply a means to an end for me to evolve Balkesh's beauty.
Okay, moving on to the Flash of Light, Shining Crux, which is episode 10. Basically, it was called, what was it? It was called the Shining Cross. They changed it to Crux. Obviously, like I said, anything that sounds religious or anything like that, or anything that could be almost interpreted or anything, they just avoid it when they're localizing it, so it's called Shining Crux. As well, no, that's it. Dusk Circle, Dusk. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't really think there's anything else that was cut. Yeah, that episode was solid, and again, I really do enjoy seeing the dubbed episodes, just for the reason that obviously watching Japanese can't really understand it, and then after even seeing the subs, like, obviously it's still nice watching it, just like listening to the episodes that are dubbed, you know, is something that I really enjoy. The next one, which was the Battle in the Skies? I think this is still, yeah. This is the one where they introduce Eiger Akabane, which Laura Stoll reprises her role as Eiger, similar to Kimlin Tran reprising her role for Volt in Rise. A quick clip right now for Eiger. So something I do want to mention, this is like a confusion which I think is kind of fair. So basically, Union Achilles, that is still the name in the dub, in everything. That's what the Bay is still called. There's no changes to the name. However, Achilles' moves, instead of having Union, are Unison. So I know Achilles did have some moves kind of like changed up of the name, but Unison instead of Union. I don't know why it was Unison instead of Union. It's very confusing why they did that change. I don't get it. I don't know why. If somebody can like come up with a reason to why is that, please let me know. I'm actually curious. I don't know why. Apparently as well, in the scene where Iger and Dante are going up against each other, Iger had sharp teeth, but I guess they changed it in the English version just so he has normal teeth. So I'll probably put up 2 pictures right about now for that. Moving on to Spin Advanced Survival, I believe this is the one where it's Fumiya's episode. So I think that, yeah, there was one scene that was cut, which was in the Japanese version. Fen actually sees Delta's darkness consume him, and then after he gets Devilos, but yeah, that scene just gets completely removed. But yeah, for the Spin Advance Survive, if there's anything in specific, I think Harmony Thunder is instead of Heaven Thunder. Nothing else to my memory. Oh, I think Clone Impact. That was the one where, yeah. So it was called Bullet Impact, Clone Impact, yeah. But like I've been saying, any moves that are clone, change to, bullet change the clone. Also, I believe too, when the bullet gets knocked out, they just refer to it as the clone is out. Moving forward to the final stage, facing Iger. I noticed this too, and I even double checked too, and I even tweeted this out on my Twitter. I'm like, hey, 100%. So in the English version, when he's talking about Union, basically the parts where it's showing the customization of actually changing it completely removed, which I'm like, bruh, come on. That's a bit silly. I mean, to be honest, I did expect it, because I was wondering, did they cut scenes in the dub? Because I always felt that, but I'm like, maybe they didn't. Yeah, whatever, I guess. Because I remember seeing like, oh, the power button, like, wait a minute, but where's the part where it's actually changing it? I hope this is just going to be when it's aired. I hope when it goes on DVD, they include those scenes. I will be very disappointed if they're completely removed. I don't know why those scenes are... I know why those scenes are getting censored, but I think it is a little bit ridiculous. Like, come on. But that has nothing to do with the dub or any performance. Everything was great. I think this one was actually, what was it? It was Iger versus Armin and Iger versus Dante. All right, next up is 14, Shining Bright Hyperflux. This is where we get to see Apocalypse. Apocalypse is Hyperflux. The Dark Turbo is called Dark Flux. So, fair play. By the way, Arthur sounds great in the dub, like so good. Also, Apocalypse's whole infinite lock system is explained, but instead of, what was it, infinite lock system, it's called the burst prevention system.
How very unfortunate. You see, Apocalypse possesses a superior defense system that prevents bursts.
Did you say a burst prevention system?
I need someone to please do me a solid and just somebody do that Galaxy Brain meme where it's like, normal infinite lock system, and then after the Galaxy Brain where it's burst prevention system. That's on par with jump starting the spin for me. But obviously they have to. Obviously just have to go with whatever. And again, when these things get cut, this is not like. This is definitely ADK Motions that are making probably those decisions. Nothing to do with the dubbing. The dubbing studio is just dubbing it. Obviously, they probably got instructions like, hey, these scenes, we don't want that. And they have to follow through. So that's probably also why they have to... I'm very sure that they make these notes like, hey, for the gimmicks on this stuff, because Hypersphere is like this, please avoid it or get around it, talking about it. I'm assuming, because that makes the most amount of sense. Next up, which is the Invasion of the New King. I will actually play a clip now of both Arthur and Gywn. They both sound amazing in the dub.
So, this is the official world champion. What a disgrace. Apocalypse! Omega Blast! Bow before me. Heed my words. I am Arthur Peregrine. Behold, as the wielder of Prime Apocalypse, my reign as the King of Beyblade has now begun!
So, this is Beyblade, huh? The Black Bay is going to win. You know, Beyblade might just be fun.
This was also the episode where Dante's pay breaks. R.I.P. Dragon. It was really... I think one of my favorite moments too is also seeing the fact that the Iger's speech, because Iger has this speech before he goes up against Arthur, before that match happened. He's like, oh, you know, this whole time I've been just, you know, thinking about myself, and when I like seeing that dub. Following forward, there's the Command Dragon in the Genesis one, so I'll probably do it like this. There was a lot of changes, has nothing to do with any of the actors or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that this is like, this is ADK Motions, because that's the one, if you've actually seen some videos before, they're the ones that handle all the localization stuff and whatever, so definitely they're the ones that are making these decisions. These aren't Hasbro or whatever. I know people get confused, but Hasbro's not the one who makes the choices for names or stuff like. I'm specifically talking about like the names or scenes, whatever. That's definitely ADK Motions. If you're confused before with Sunrise, then after this whole thing happened, then after it's ADK Motions. But yeah, as far as the dub goes, I'm enjoying the whole thing. Everything is perfectly alright. No complaints from me. I'm very curious to see how it's going to go on further. How are they going to expire? What other scenes will they cut? How does the Infinite Lock system is going to continue to be explained? How will Command Dragon be handled? Where there'll be scenes cut? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep things civil. I will probably, since I did do a big gap, I might just save it till... I might just save it until the final arcs. So before the final battle stuff, I'll probably continue there. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome and amazing day.